video gonna be about, have you ever gone to school with somebody that was famous or infamous? And what was the results of it? And did it mean anything or did you know? Sometimes at night it's one thing to find out that you have famous people in your family or friends you associate with, but it's another if someone happens to be famous or infamous. I have to say infamy today because there was a time when we just celebrated one thing, but then it's like you always see these people talking about, oh yeah, I remember so and so and so and so, and I didn't see that coming or this or that. So it's a good question because in this land and day and time where people, it's like, and it's a trip too because I guess if people go to school reunions, if they do that sort of thing, I don't do that sort of thing, but if they do that sort of thing and they go and like, do you remember so and so and whatever became of so and so and how their life turned out? And then you see something and you're like, oh wow, I didn't know that that's how it was, what had happened to them, or they get in trouble or something that happens. I know how people used to be excited about the superstar treatment and this and all the other. So this is a basically a question. Did you go to school with someone that was famous or infamous? It makes no difference. You know what they say, no news is good news and bad news is good news and it's all news. But I'm just curious if you remember someone that you either by association with that you knew and then people because people sit on stories all the time and they kind of like scratch their head and then because it was always like always fascinating when I would hear uh you know people talk about, somebody that they kind of knew who had, you know, a famous family member or something like that, or they talk about it. But this is just really interesting how that has changed because uh, the storytelling of how people are so close, but they're not. And then, when people reflect on what someone was like or how they remember them. And that was one of the things that back in the day they used to hit a little bit different, like being known or not known. People said, well, we saw somebody, but we really couldn't quite tell you everything they were because they were pretty private or low key and they kind of kept to themselves. So this is basically a reflection of, you know, somebody that you can remember that you choose, that you had association with and how it pertained to you. Did it pertain to you? What was the connotation? What was the overall aspects of it. So, yeah, this is a basically. Did you know anyone that was famous or infamous when you were coming along? And I only mention when you're coming along. I'm not talking about when you got grown or got on in your life. I'm talking about when you were a kid. Did you have anybody that's be a classmate or someone in your neighborhood, and you go, "Oh, I remember that or this or that, or I didn't remember this or that." Just like kind of firsthand account that you saw them in a particular light, and then the other elements came out. So I think that, yeah, we're gonna use that as a criteria that I like to stick it to a particular time and way in a day, just to say those sort of things. But yeah, this should be real interesting. You know, I don't have anybody that I knew from my childhood and what have you, teenage years, etc., like that. That I know people that had some potential with some things, but again, nothing that I go, oh, that's so and so. Like when you see it. So, but anyway, tell me if this relates to you. If this is relatable to you. Please hit like, subscribe. Welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share the video if you like, and hit that membership because when you do requests like this, I make them forthright. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay real, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.